Hello guys, Brother Remember Mars here, giving you an online commentary for a 3v3 no-rule battle on Rome Total War. Here's myself, Brother Remember Mars, who has brought the house at Brutii. I brought 5 cheap archers, gold, 8 urban cohorts, and 5 Praetorian cavalry. Each of these cavalry are really well upgraded, and I've also brought 2 auxilia right here, really underrated unit, and they're a very good unit. They're well upgraded, gold, and they're very good anti-cavalry units, so I hope to be using those to its maximum potential if possible. Alright, here's my teammate Spoliaopima, who has brought the Greek city-states. He or she has brought 5 Cretan archers and 15 armored hoplites. These units are well upgraded with a chevron added with them, and armored hoplites are extremely cheap and underrated units right here. Armored hoplites are taken for granted because usually people who play Greek cities always pick Spartans as their main infantry. But people tend to forget that these armored hoplites are really very good with their specifications. They're really well armored. They look really cool with their badass helmets right there. And on top of that, these guys have excellent defense specifications, probably even better than Spartans themselves. He's also got 5 Cretan archers, and Cretan archers on their own without upgrades have excellent specifications, and they have these really nice hats. I was wondering if anybody in the comment section or anybody watching knows what these hats are called. So if anybody knows, please leave a comment down below. And on top of that, Cretan archers are one of the best archers in the game. And our third and final teammate is Double D Salty, who has brought the House of Julii. And he's brought what looks to be 5 Praetorian cavalry, 1 early legionary first cohort, and 2 incendiary pigs. So in this game there was a max of 2 elephants, and as soon as we see the other team's armies, you'll soon find out why he brought those incendiary pigs. And he's got 6 urban cohorts, 3 archer auxilia, and yeah, that's his army right there. Alright, and his general is a urban cohort unit. Alright, so that's our team. Alright, I'm going to show you through my build right here. So in this match, I was going to go for a skirmish build right here. So with my 8 urbans, I split them up into 2 armies right here. What I've done right here is that I've split them up into 2 armies so I can be more flexible and move them at will. And I put my auxilia on the flanks and cavalry pretty much everywhere. Alright, and the other team consists of a Germania general, Brother Remember TR, who has brought 7 chosen axemen, 1 berserker unit, 3 Gothic cavalry, 1 chosen warlord general, 1 knight raider unit, 5 chosen archer warbands, and 2 spear warbands. Alright, and their second teammate is from the Seleucids, and his name is Workutcher 4. So he's brought 4 Silver Shield Legionnaires. These guys are equivalent to your Roman Legionnaires, and they're pretty much copycat units of them. As you can see, their armor and their shields are extremely similar. They can also go testudo, good specification. We've got 2 phalanx pikemen and 3 silver shield pikemen, 5 chief archers, 5 cataphracts, and unusually, he has brought a fully upgraded armored general unit, armored elephant unit as his general. So historically, people who had elephants sometimes would mount on elephants and command their troops from up there. Because of the gigantic height of these elephants and the expensiveness of these animals and units, it was often seen as a royal status to be on these elephants. And on top of that, because of their large height, they were able to see the battlefield from up top, as we do in any Total War game where we see the game from the top view. And basically, commanders on elephant could basically do that. So, yeah. One problem I have with this is if elephants run amok, then he may be forced to kill his general, or the general might end up killing his own army. Alright, and their final teammate is the host overman who has brought the Carthaginians. He's brought 10 Sacred Band units, extremely underrated phalanx unit, and I'd say they're capable of taking on Royal Pikemen, Spartans, and these guys are excellent troops, and they're basically a much better version of the Armored Hoplites. So yeah, and for their price, extremely good. 5 Balearic Slingers, very good slinger unit. They got a mini little shield right here so they can better protect themselves against missile fire. Also, they're very good against horse archers. He's brought a armored general unit, and there's Hannibal right there. Brought a mini little elephant unit, and he's brought 3 Sacred Band cavalry. So, seeing how there are 2 elephant units and 1 is completely upgraded, those 2 pig units might have been a good 2 units to bring. Alright, so that's the enemy team and our team. I hope you enjoyed this battle, and let's see how it progresses. So first off, TR and Overman are deciding both what to do. TR is going straight for his ally. He wants to try and meet up and get as much support and to help out his ally. Alright, so Overman's going to do the same thing. He's going to run towards Brutii, the Seleucid general, and he's going to put his Balearic Slingers into a bit of a loose formation right here, and he's going to try and put them on a bit of an angle so he can force our teammates to be on an angle. So Overman is being very aggressive with those Balearic Slingers right there. He's putting them in a position where he knows that he'll be able to get the first attack up. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm going to pretty much march on an angle. Because my formation is more loose, I'm able to try and surround the enemy. And Salty's brought over his cavalry to try and support me because he sees that I'm pushing up really aggressively. So I'm gonna move my archers up. I want to try and take out those Chosen Archer Warband. Although Chosen Archer Warband do have excellent range, regular archers pack a bit more punch and damage when it comes to missile fire, but the thing about cheap archer units is that they die very quickly, and on top of that, they don't have long range. However, they do more damage, and also they have more ammo for some reason. Alright, so I'm shooting fire arrows at first. I want to see if I can get that elephant to run amok. So these guys have good range as well, same as the Roman archers, so they can also counteract archers. Right, so I'm not going to surround because I see all that cavalry amassed on one side. Salty's put his units into a bit of a loose formation. I brought up my auxilia, and I'm slowly approaching my 4 armies above. So because of I split this army up, I can be very flexible with how I move my army, how I retreat my army, and overall splitting your armies up, although it leaves your formation really wide, it's a really good idea because it allows for more flexibility, and on top of that, very easy to micromanage units. So I'm bringing both my auxilias up, running in my units, so I put them in a bit of a staircase formation, so if anybody rushes in, I can rush in with another army, or I can pull back with ease. Alright, so Overman's pushing very aggressively with those Balearic Slingers right there. Really pushing down and taking out those Cretan archers. Alright, so I've brought my army very close to TR's pilot unit spear warbands right here. I want to try and pilot those units and damage them as much as possible. Alright, so TR's done war cry, and he's got those chosen axemen right there. These guys are effective against armor with those big axes, and boom, what a charge. Alright, so I'm going to pull back because I see that it's not really a good venture. I'm going to charge my auxilia because I really don't want them to countercharge into my routing units and cause a chain rout right here. Although I know this guy can't really hold, I'm going to try and get them stuck and prevent them from countercharging. Alright, so because I kept them in the same spot, I'm able to do a little countercharge right here. Salty's brought his guys into wedge formation. I'm gonna charge my cavalry in. I'm gonna see if I can rout that Germania cavalry and axemen. Alright, so with the Germania general tied up with my unit, Salty's gonna charge the archers, and on top of that, he split his cavalry up. Now he's gonna charge straight into those cavalry and see if he can rout them. It was a powerful charge. Alright, so I've pulled back. Salty's running his army as soon as possible. We're facing a really bad situation right here because we're being tag teamed by both the Seleucid cavalry, Germania infantry, and on top of that, those elephants are coming in. Alright, so if you can see, these cataphracts have maces on them, so this allows them to basically half our armor stats will destroy our armor stats by half. Right, so those elephants are coming in, they've stopped their charge. Alright, I'm gonna go in for a counter charge. I want to see if I can rout that Germania general right there. I've killed about 3 units so far, and I'm pressing really hard with my auxilia and urban cohorts. Alright, so see this red banner right here, how it's glowing. So this indicates that they're running amok. So it seems like the Seleucid general is charging his general in the lines, and it doesn't seem to be looking too good because that elephant is fully upgraded, and armored elephants, as many newer and RTW veterans know, they can be a real pain. On top of that, Workcatcher's done a hammer and anvil, excellent move. Cataphracts are really resistant. Alright, so Salty's gonna put flame arrows on this guy and try and rout those elephants. Alright, so my 2 archer auxilia are right there. I put my guys in the wedge formation. I'm gonna charge straight into those elephants. I'm gonna go for wedge formation because I want that charge bonus right there. Alright, so that was a powerful charge right there. I managed to take out 1 elephant right there, and because of that heavy charge and the amount of fire arrows that are right there.
The general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Alright, so because of the fire arrows and that massive charge, I was able to rout and kill some elephants, which made them run amok. Now I'm going to go for a counter charge. I'm going to aim straight for those Seleucid cataphracts right there, and because of that charge bonus, I was able to decimate both the elephants and take out those cataphracts. Alright, so things don't seem to be looking too good for us on this flank. Most of our units have routed. Berserkers have been activated. Units are running away and are routing. However, good news is that we took out the Seleucid general and the Germania army is severely weakened. Okay, I'm going to go in for a counter charge right here. They pulled out. I'm going to go straight for that general. I want to see if I can snag that general. Alright, so Overman's brought some of his units right there. Alright, so just giving a general disposition of the battlefield. The Greek cities are about to square up with the Sacred Band. Skirmishing is just going on at the moment, you know. Cretan archers versus Balearic slingers. You got those elephants in the background. I think they're making a flanking far left flanking motion on Overman's point of view. Alright, so my auxilia are pursuing those chosen arms of war bands, and on top of that, things look to be 50-50 at this stage. Alright, so we've been able to destroy the Germania forces. However, the cataphracts and the Seleucid infantry are still there. So I'm gonna charge into these cataphracts right here. I'm gonna get that full charge bonus right there. And because of that heavy charge right there, I was able to decimate that cataphract unit. Alright, so because of the amount of sheer force of my infantry, I was able to rout one of these Silver Shield pikemen. I'm going to bring in the rest of my urban cohorts, all my infantry. I want to see if I can try and take out the remaining rest of the Seleucid infantry. Alright, so I'm going to pull my cavalry back. Alright, so things don't seem to be looking too good. because these units are fresh and they got more units coming in, as well as those archers firing and some cavalry over there, they actually have the upper edge in this battle. And on top of that, I've used most of my pilot, and on top of that, both of our infantry is winded, so they actually might win this flank. On top of that, there are some chosen axemen still left and archers in the back. Alright, so Overman and our Greek city ally are going in for a massive battle right here. It's a classic battle right here, phalanx versus phalanx right here. Alright, so if you notice, our Greek city ally has used the superior numbers to try and go for a outflanking motion right here. This is excellent tactic right here. If you can see, what he's done, he's just gone behind the enemy, press phalanx mode, and then watch the enemies drop. So he's using that superior numbers right there to win the battle. On average, Sacred Band can crush basically any phalanx unit, but because of the superior tactics like phalanx from the back, guard mode from the front, they are able to decimate these Carthaginian Sacred Band right here. Alright, and he's put one armored hoplite to try and take out those elephants. I think Overman is really trying to micromanage hard with these phalanxes. That's one of the biggest problems here, micromanagement. Alright, so he's noticed that the elephants are dropping, and so he's pulled back. Alright, so things seem to be looking very good over here because of these outflanking motions and putting the phalanx down. He's taken out those Sacred Bands, even though they're way superior units than the armored hoplites. So excellent piece of tactics right there, and any phalanx player out there, or any Greek player, good tactic is outflanking, phalanx down, and just decimate the enemy from the back. Alright, so because of the sheer amount, so back to our flank right here. Because the other troops were more fresh, they had more units over here, they were able to rout my general and the rest of Salty's infantry. So because TR spent so much of resources making us tired and basically destroying our units slowly, he was able to slow our advance, make us tired, and basically damage us to the point where if the Seleucid general came in with his units, we'd be finished. Alright, so things don't seem to be looking too good. The Seleucids and the Carthaginians have won this flank. However, good news is that our ally has completely destroyed the Carthaginians. Alright, so TR tries a hammer and anvil, or a little hit and run tactic with his cavalry. However, our Greek city ally is really gotten the adrenaline high, and he's noticed that and he's placed his pikes to the other side. Alright, so I still have an arch unit back there. I'm not gonna admit defeat just yet. However, I still have some ammo, so I'm still gonna use it on archers or whatever unit is in my vicinity. Alright, so because these guys are really well armored, they're quite resistant to missile attacks, and on top of that, most of these guys are warmed up, and they're still relatively fresh. Alright, so seeing how me and Salty's army have been utterly beaten, our only hope lies in Spoliaopima, and I'm hoping that he'll rush the infantry and try and go for the loose units that are right in front of him. Alright, so he's gonna charge straight into these archers, and he's gonna drop the pikes as soon as he's over there. As soon as he's noticed enemy infantry coming over and enemy cavalry. So because of this huge blob, he is able to try and he is able to take out many units and still support himself. This kind of reminds me of online battle number 7, where Spartan commander with his Macedon troops won the battle because they went into a gigantic pipe pike blob and basically waited until the end to take out the rest of the enemy units, although they were outnumbered and the enemy team had more archers. So this could be an exact replay, or it could end up in utter defeat. And with such high quality troops like armored hoplites, if we were to lose, this could probably end up as a really bad defeat, a crushing defeat, or a close defeat. So he's gonna charge into any unit he sees, just like berserkers, just charging into any units. But even though there are so many missile units right here, only a few troops have really fallen, and that's one thing about these armored hoplites that really make them really effective.
Your army is running from the field. Rally your men, or the battle is lost for sure.
Alright, so TR's gotten his general, he's just wrapping up house, cleaning up house, and he's taken out my last archer unit.
Units, move out.
Alright, so Overman's gonna charge his cavalry in, or try and snag as many units from the back. However, our Greek city ally has really turned the tables and is trying to take out those cavalry with his pikes. And remember, all phalanx units have a anti-cavalry bonus, and whenever cavalry charges into a phalanx, you can probably assume that all the cavalry will die instantly. Alright, so if you notice that TR and Woodcutcher is charging their archers into this pike blob, and the reason why is because after fighting me and Salty for such a long time, really these archers do not have very many arrows left, and by the time they charge in, they practically have no arrows. So in order to try and damage and get that surround or drop the morale, they must charge in so they could damage as much of the enemy as possible. Alright, so Spoliaopima is going to charge into these Seleucid pikemen. Alright, so because of the sheer number and force of the Greek cities, they're able to rout one unit completely. Alright, so TR is gonna charge in and do a hammer and anvil strike with the Seleucid general. However, because there are so many pikes over here, they're gonna easily be able to take out phalanx pikemen. And on top of that, these spears have anti-cavalry bonuses, so this means that cavalry will drop like flies. So the Seleucid infantry have just routed, and the Germanian general is probably gonna die anytime soon.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Alright, so the enemy general is now dead, and everyone's charging everything that they got because they really have nothing left. And because these guys are so well upgraded, because the enemy have no more ammo left, all you can basically do at this stage is charge in. Alright, so all but one unit has ammo in these Balearic Slingers. So really, there is no point to prolonging this battle because
the enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
So no one has ammo left, and there's really no point to prolonging this battle. Alright, so the Seleucids and Germania warriors have been completely decimated. They're pretty much out of the game at this stage, and really, when I was playing this battle with Salty, I did not expect our Greek city ally to win after we lost the flank because there were still so many troops left. But somehow, our ally has managed to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, and he's really pulled us in. And because of his micromanagement and his tactics against the Carthaginians, he was able to secure victory.
Units, advance!
So really at this stage,
Victory is ours, but only by the narrowest of margins.
so because the Carthaginians have no more ammo, no more infantry, and pretty much all their cavalry is tired, their general is dead, he's graciously admitted defeat. And it was a really interesting battle because it happened pretty much everywhere. You could see the piles of dead, just they're everywhere, to be honest. You can see the trail of dead troops right here. You got these incendiary pig owners all the way over here in the battlefield. You got horsemen, you got Balearic slingers, and you got the place where action really kicked off, where all that cavalry was charging in, and you got that place where the epic elephant charge happened, and how Salty's pigs really tried their very best to try and take out those elephants. I wonder if you can spot one of those pigs. Where are the piggies? Alright. So there's one pig. Sad ending to Charlotte's Web right there. Alright, so you can see the piles of dead, and really this battle was quite insane. Alright, so it said it was a close victory. In my opinion, it was very close, and I'd say it's one of the closest battles I've ever fought. And yeah, this battle isn't really about the action, but it's rather a tale that even if the battle is not going well for you in any sector, you should really never give up until your army is basically dead, or until it's over. And the thing is that the reason why is that had the Greek cities had been defeated after he saw so many troops, after he saw so much of cavalry and units still nearby, then we would have lost this battle and suffer a major crushing defeat. But because our Greek city ally didn't give up and he fought till the very end, he actually grabbed himself the initiative and got victory for us. He pulled our team together. So this battle really shows that until it's over, it ain't over. So don't give up until the end. So good game to myself, good game to Spoliaopima, the Greek cities. That was one hella good job by you. And without you, we'd probably lose the battle pretty badly. Good game to Salty. He was pretty good in supporting me, and hopefully you can get that incendiary pig tactic to work. Good game to the host Overman. He got some really good kills. Good game to Workcatcher. Good game to brother member TR. Alright, so most of my cavalry did the killing. However, there were some urban cohorts that did do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Alright, so this is Brotherhood member Mars saying thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this battle, and remember, until the battle is over, never give up, because as long as you have a unit, as long as you have an army, there is always a chance for victory. Alright, so thank you for watching this battle. Please leave a comment and maybe perhaps a like. Give me some feedback as to what I can do to improve and what type of battles you want to see. And I hope you enjoyed it. See you again. And this is Brotherhood member Mars saying bye for now.